Hello and welcome back to Woodhill Park. Hello and welcome back to Woodhill Park. This is just an update just to let you know what I've been doing with the layout in the last few weeks. I've been having quite a few maintenance issues with my locos. That's been keeping me busy just maintaining stuff really, so that's been occupying me lately. After my last update and cleaning my tracks with this Atb vacuum cleaner, I decided to make it look a little bit more like it belonged on the layout, as it is in purple with Atb up down the side, and I don't know, I just fancied making it look a bit different. I did buy something off the internet, well, it was supposed to cover this, but to be honest it was a very amateurish job that I got and was a waste of money, but it made me more determined to do something with it, so I just repainted this and put some chevrons on it myself and weathered it a bit, and it's not the best job in the world, but it doesn't look too bad now. It looks part of the maintenance train I've got as it goes round, and doesn't look like some sort of purple, blob on the landscape. I don't know what you want to call it, but I had trouble painting it where the mesh is, because the mesh allows the paint to run, but I'm thinking of putting sort of like black grills in these gaps where the mesh are. You need to allow the air to come out as a vacuum cleaner works, and there's got to be a mesh to capture the dust and dirt, so you can't get rid of the mesh. But I thought if I put sort of a little grill over it, so it detracts you from looking at the majority of it, I thought that might work. So I'm going to have a look in my bits and pieces and see if I can come up with something for that. Other things I've been up to is detailing the station inside a bit more, but to be honest I've lost my mojo really, and just lately just having a rest really, as I'm a bit burnt out from working on the layout, and hopefully I'll come up with some new ideas soon, but at the moment I'm just fiddling about and just enjoying running it. Been trying to think what else I've been up to. I've got a new TV in the loft, just so I can watch YouTube and other bits and pieces on, just to improve the man cave and make it a bit more hospitable up here. Been adding paper bellows between my Mark 1 coaches to fill the gaps up, as they were a bit unsightly, and I think somebody mentioned that gaps were looking a bit silly, but this fills the gaps up nicely. I'm actually thinking of making some of these myself. Got some paper and had a go at a bit of origami as well, and they don't seem too hard to make. Oh, almost forgot, I fitted this street light near the bridge, near the TMD, just for sort of to add a bit more character, you might say. Just a street light, nothing special, but when the lights are turned down low, gives quite a good atmosphere. I hope to add more lighting like this. I've got more to add to the bridge near the station and other various places. The odd random light just to light up certain buildings. Yeah, all this area needs street lighting, so I need to get it stuck in when I can find the enthusiasm to put street lighting all the way along this area. Landscaping wise, I've only done a little bit because of the temperatures. I've just landscaped this area here, just a bit of scrubland, which I need to add a bit more sort of scrub to, you might say. But if I swing round over here where I've got my control systems and my rolling road, I want to get rid of the rolling road and put that beneath the control unit underneath here, down here, as you know, it doesn't have to be visible, it can be on a shelf, and that will allow me to landscape this area here. And possibly been thinking about putting a couple of units, maybe to do with the Royal Mail or whatever, I'm not sure, but I do want to landscape this area and develop it. I've just picked up this Class 67 from Ellis Clark Railworks, I think it's called, and second hand of course, in mint condition, and it's beyond my time era really, but I just fancied something to pull my Pullman coaches I've got other than the steam engine, as I'm predominantly diesel and electric now, except for a preserved rail yard. So these Pullman coaches have just been sitting in a box really, but I've got 10 of them and they're in pretty good condition, be it they're a bit old fashioned, and this loco was an ex-set that somebody had split, so I just thought this was a good opportunity to have a diesel engine to pull the coaches that I already have. So this is going to be a nice special on my layout, and I've put an 8-pin HM7000 Hornby chip in it, and it sounds pretty good. If I start her up, you have to excuse all the hammering and drilling in the background. The DIYers are out in force in the garden. But I think the sound's pretty good on this. And if I pull the mic out the camera for a minute, it will go back to the ordinary camera sound. You might get a better sound. Well, that failed miserably, as it looks like I need to turn the camera off to reset it to its own microphone. Just do a quick cold start. As for the HM 7000 chips and Hornby's new baby, I really am starting to like this system, even with its bugs, but I think it's absolutely brilliant and a very good way to progress on my layout, in my opinion. I've been playing with my new mics, and hopefully this will definitely go a long way towards me doing a bit of live streaming. The tests I've done so far are quite successful and I'm quite pleased with them. I just need to get the distance right away from the layout so it doesn't drown me out. Even though there's two separate mics, I still need to work out the level of sound, but they sound a hell of a lot better than my cheap ones I bought, so it was worth the money, and we'll see what we can do with these. As for the camera, I think I'll still stick with the mobile phone, as it's not bad as long as I don't zoom in, but then it doesn't matter, I can just get up and walk around with it. That should be good enough, as I don't want to spend an absolute fortune on this. Here's one of the little silly tests I did, just trying them out, and it seems to work out fine. The sound is great, but what it will be like doing a live stream, I've got no idea, so stand by for a test sometime soon.
But can you hear me clearly? What do you think of my new station? And there's a class 47 passing the station. In the background there's a Pullman train. You can see the lights in the station. But is there a nice bit of background as well, and am I clear?
Picked up a couple of these Network Southeast third class brakes that were pre-weathered by Bachmann, and I think they're part of a set, but for some reason these were two third brakes that were being sold at a toy fair that I went to, and the saloons must have been kept by the person or whatever, but inside they're actually populated as well. I didn't even know that Bachmann populated any of the coaches. They did, but for some reason they did in this one, and it's quite well populated, and the weathering's not bad either, so they weren't too cheap, but they're good additions to my sort of growing Network Southeast liveried rolling stock, you might say. I thought I'd finish by doing a quick walk around the layout with the trains running, but I put all the sound on and I think it's a bit too much. It's too loud, you might even be struggling to hear me at the moment, so I think I'll do a walk around without any sound. As I say, not done a lot lately, and basically this one's just a bit of a catch up, and hopefully as it's starting to get a bit warmer up here, I'll be able to get stuck into some more projects soon. So thanks again for watching, and see you again next time. And if you like the channel, don't forget to subscribe. A lot of people watch but they don't subscribe, and remember, it don't cost you nothing. Thanks very much. Bye for now.